are an Anglophile and you are looking for what the true British experience is like, something that you might not expect is how huge of dog lovers this nation is. Now, I came over to England with 2 dogs from Canada and I thought I loved my dogs, but when I started seeing how people here interact with their dogs and how really they bring them with them everywhere, it made me question how much love I actually had for my dog. Studies show that Britain walks their dogs more than any other of their continental counterparts, and I think many of us think of the Queen and then think of her corgis. Now in Britain, you can bring animals on public transportation. You can bring your animals or your dog, let's just keep it to dogs in this video for the most part. You can bring them into pubs and restaurants as well. Some restaurants might not fully be okay with it, but for the most part, especially if they have a patio area, you can bring your dog there. And I feel like most pubs will for sure. It's more so like fine dining places might question it a little bit. Another fun fact that you may enjoy is 1 in 2 households in the UK own a pet. That is craziness. And did you know that Britain was the first to start an animal-based charity? And I'll never forget when I came over to England for the first time and I went over to Bath and I was walking around the gardens and I saw a pet cemetery. They love their dogs so much that they used to even bury them. They don't even bury most people here anymore. That's probably another cultural difference that you may not realize. Most people get cremated here.
Humans have interacted and engaged with animals for thousands of years, but pet keeping didn't become socially acceptable in Britain until the 18th century. Until then, pets were often seen as an elite extravagance, and small dogs frequently appeared in satirical prints of aristocratic ladies, symbolizing frivolity and indulgence. By the late 18th and 19th centuries, there were fewer of these images. Instead, paintings and illustrations, a good indicator of what was culturally in, began to portray pets as an accepted part of domestic life. In part, this was because of the new emphasis Victorians placed on home and domestic life. Responding to the growth of noisy and dirty industrial cities, Victorians began to idealize the home as a sacrosanct place. Pets were a key part of the celebration of domestic life, appearing in numerous paintings and illustrations and often portrayed as part of the family. Victorians kept pets for a variety of reasons. Pedigree dogs conveyed class and status, cats caught mice, and rabbits could be eaten when times were hard. But evidence from interviews, diaries, photographs, and the numerous newly created pet cemeteries suggest that, above all, emotional attachment was a crucial part of the relationship between most Victorians and their pets. Dogs, for example, were held to have virtuous characteristics that echoes the values of the Victorian human world. They were seen as steadfast, loyal, and courageous. While the Victorians celebrated pets, there was less consciousness of the harm that might be caused to animals by removing them from their natural habitats.
So I thought I would bring you along to Bristol's newest dog hotspot, the doghouse.
Located in the charming Clifton Village, this will be a doghouse that you'll want to be in. A pet shop, groomers, and cafe like no other. Whether you are in need of advice, a new dog coat, or simply a decent cup of coffee, you can pop by the doghouse for some friendly advice to keep those tails wagging. The staff would absolutely love to meet you. They're open 7 days a week in both of their locations, one in Bradford-on-Avon and the other in Clifton Village here in Bristol. And when we popped in, it really wasn't the most ideal time. We definitely did not plan this out appropriately. It was so hot this day in Bristol, and so it's not that the dogs were unsafe, but they definitely did not want to do much walking. So we picked up a ice cream from the doghouse here and some treats for them to go home with. Now, Charlie was a little bit on sensory overload in this shop, and we kind of couldn't suss out which treats he would like the most. So we picked the ones that were going to help with his breath, which was these chicken feet. When we brought them home, unfortunately, Lola hasn't been the biggest fan, but Charlie is absolutely devouring them. He's actually already finished one of the chicken feet in like an hour. So as I mentioned, we did pick up some ice cream for them. This is a special dog ice cream, so don't worry, it's not just like regular human ice cream. And they also had cute little treats for their birthday, and Lola's birthday is coming up on July 16th, and so maybe we'll have to pop back up into the village and get her some treats for her birthday. Now, after we went and we got them their treats, we definitely had a latte and a chai latte ourselves and just kind of took in everything that was going on around the village and just really were just enamored by the beautiful day.
Is that something that you knew about Brits? Did you realize that they were as big of dog lovers as they are? Let me know if you did in the comment section down below, and I hope you enjoyed this video.